Paul Jones and Ricky Steamboat and Paul.
Let me ask you something. Would you challenge, when you were in school, would you challenge your English teacher to a spelling bee? No. Would you challenge your history teacher to a history dates contest? No. Well, that's what it's like. Ricky Steamboat challenging Paul Jones, #1, to a wrestling match. He has got to be kidding. I understand you have some film here of a match of Steamboat and I where I defeated him. Well, the match is so self-explanatory that I don't even have to stand here and tell you about it.
Film now. As you can see right now that it's in a two-man over the top, a two-ring over the top battle royal. He's right now, Ricky Steamboat's going up against Ric Flair to see who will win that one.
All right, and then the final two men that are left, they meet each other, and the winner then collects the $10,000.
That's correct.
Paul, this is where Rick says you turned on him, that the money got in your eyes, and that you just turned right on him when he thought you were friends all along.
Well, at this point, there's Flair was in one ring, and Steamboat and I were in the other. And just to go to show you, I told Steamboat to go over there and get Flair. You know, let me tell you something about Steamboat. I'm Steamboat's idol. Now, this is the God's truth. I am Steamboat's idol. You ask him to tell you the truth, and he'll tell you that. Steamboat is nothing without me, Paul Jones, #1. Y'all seen the film where Steamboat and wrestled Ric Flair in the ring, and Ric Flair ran his face all over the floor?
Right.
Y'all saw that?
Burned his face.
Well, that's what Steamboat is without Paul Jones, #1.
Well, you know, he's doing all right now without you, Paul Jones, #1.
Well, listen, David, I'm not here to explain this film and narrate it. I'm not here.
All right, now this is you and Rick, yeah, in the match. You are the final two left in the contest.
Now, right here, as you can see, as this match goes on, you can clearly tell who the real #1 is. Now, Steamboat, he's so nervous. Now, when he grabbed a hold of me there, he was so nervous. He knows who his master is.
He's nervous, but you're the one on your back.
Well, right there, it can happen to anybody. It could happen to the best. It happened to me right there. I missed a drop kick. Big deal.
Big deal. And, you know, if he really wanted to, if he thought fast enough, he could have pinned you. And he could have won that $10,000.
He didn't have the guts to cover me right there. He probably knew that I'd kick out. Listen, I know Ricky Steamboat like the back of my hand, David. And if you're trying to humiliate me, you're not getting the job done.
Why should I try to humiliate you?
Yeah, Paul, I was wondering, how would you feel if your friend had turned on you like this?
Let me tell you something else. I'll say something right now to both of you. You better jump on the bandwagon. You better jump on #1's bandwagon. Because later on, I'm going to leave both of you out. You're going to be down nowhere. Let's get back to this match.
All right, David. Here you are.
All right, he's trying everything he can. He's trying everything he can to beat me. Right here. 1, 2. Kick right out. He doesn't have the strength to beat me. There he's going for another. Right there. 1, 2. #1 kicks out again.
All right, but he's got you going. I haven't really seen an offense on your part.
Well, I tell you one thing. I am #1. I didn't get there by being a pussyfoot. Let me tell you something. I mixed it up with the best until I became the best. Right here. This is one of his best moves right here. Right off the top rope. 1, 2. #1 kicks right out. Now, can you deny that Paul Jones is #1? I took everything this man had to dish out.
No, I don't think you're #1. I think you are very...
Now,
what about that?
All right, what about that? You
All
left
right,
yourself open. I told Steamboat 1,000 times, never leave yourself open,
Is
Steamboat.
that legal?
Hey, and Paul,
Was it?
Listen,
Paul,
it was 10,000. It was
Was
10,000.
it legal, though? All right, look at that. That's not a legal move.
There
Is that
was
what you call a very good wrestler?
I was proving my point right there that I am #1. There was $10,000 involved, but of course the money meant nothing to me. It was proving a point that I am #1.
You're just continuing to hit him with that right hand in the face and in the head. You're just driving those rights right in there, Paul.
Seems to be doing a good job, too, wouldn't you say?
It's doing a job on him. There's no doubt about that.
That's right. And how can the people deny that I am not #1?
But wouldn't you rather have beat him #1 and the #1 way of beating by wrestling, Paul, rather than going with that right hand?
Listen, a lot of people say, look at the power driver. Nobody gets up from Paul Jones' power driver. Watch this. He's had it as far as I'm concerned. And now the people, how can the people deny that I am not #1? 3. Another victory for #1 Paul Jones. Now what does the Steamboat look like #1 to you, David? Look at him. He's on his back, right? It's the agony of defeat. The agony of defeat. And the glory of victory. Look at that $10,000 check right there.
In other
Like
words, you don't care how you win, just as long as you win.
I proved my point, David. I am number one. Look at $10,000. I'll repeat it again. The money meant nothing to me. Now watch this pile driver, forcing the man right down into that mat. And like I said, they don't get up when number one pile drives it. That's one thing I didn't teach Steamboat.
What, the pile driver? So he could use it on you?
Let me tell you something. It's obvious that I'm number one.